let's just make sure the timer's working well. Good. Okay. So, Zelda Rando Ladder Race Open Mode. Items are shuffled throughout the world. Keys, maps, compasses, and big keys are within their own dungeons. I've got to collect all 7 crystals, kill Aghanim at the top of Ganon's tower, and then I've got to go kill Ganon. We're 10 seconds out. And we're off. Bombs to start is always a good thing. So yes, this is a race. Part of the Link to the Past randomizer ladder. It is a new system created by a guy known as Big Dunka. Dunka created the ladder system. It is a ranked system. At the start of the season, you have 1,600 points. As you win and lose races, you gain and lose points. I have lost a lot. Mainly because I'm not that good. So, the season is 200 races long. We're nearing our 10th race. There are 5 modes that rotate. This is just one of them. Today, at this time, is open mode. There is also inverted key sanity, cross keys, mystery, and ambrosia. I'd say open mode is pretty much the standard mode. Like this is the one that you'll see most often for randomizer. It's okay, guys. I don't mind at all. Yeah, the ladder is those 5 race types. There's a race every 6 or 7 hours. It rotates every 6 hours for 3 of those, and then the next one is 7 hours later. Or something like that, so the schedule rotates throughout the day. So like, whereas there's a race at 11 a.m. today, tomorrow the race would be at like noon. So it rotates not only what modes you see at each time, but also when you see the races. So some days, you know, you could have a race that's at a perfect time for you. Others, you might not find a single race in the day. So, it's been enjoyable so far. I think I'm nearing the point where, like, I'm becoming more critical of myself. When I was starting out, there was kind of this sense of it didn't matter, you know, I'm just in this to have fun, and now, like, I'm not good. Let's spare any kindness to myself. I am not good. But I'm definitely to the point where I can understand what I'm doing wrong and go, you can do better. And like, in a sense, that's the harder part. Is like, I know I'm better and I just don't perform better. But yeah, so the way the system works is 30 minutes before a race, there's a sign-up period. During the sign-up, anybody in the ladder can sign up. They allow up to 100 entrants in the race. Today there are 58. At 10 minutes to the race, they close the sign-ups. If there's an odd number, they extend it 5 minutes, and thus the race would start up to 5 minutes later. But if at the end of the 5 minutes it is still an odd number, which is very rare, even today we had 57 at 10 minutes out, and somebody very quickly signed up to make it an even number again. then the last person to sign up is booted from the race. So the more you race, though, the more likely you are to get matched up with somebody roughly your skill level. As I said, though, I'm kind of putting myself into every race possible. So as a result, I'm definitely, like, in some of the more obscure modes, so, like, cross keys, while that, you know, there's people like me who do races in those modes that are definitely underqualified for them. You know, there's a higher likelihood of me getting matched up with somebody who's a lot better in that mode. But in open mode and Ambrosia, those are definitely two of the more casual modes. So my opponents are more likely to be around my skill. As I've said, I've done maybe 20 races lifetime now. So there's definitely a bit of a curve on me learning these things. But I think that's part of the fun of the system, is that it's really a chance for anybody to try. And, you know, some people have joined the community, of like joined the Discord and go, I've never raced before. Is that okay if I give people free wins at this point? And I'm just thinking like, man, I never had that kind of feeling. Like, I know I'm giving free wins and I don't care. But, you know, there's people who really think like it's serious, but it's more just fun. So this is pretty much the general route to start a race, by the way. If anybody's watched a lot of these from me, the beginning's kind of standard. This room is a little different from how I've done it most times, though. Usually I have a better weapon at this point, so a bomb kill for this room is not the norm. But in terms of, like, path, this is usually what I'll do. Okay, the flutes. Flute's a good find. Sword's a really good find. Fire rod's okay. Fire rod, flute, and a sword. I'd like a lamp. At this point, my items aren't really pulling me anywhere. Like, usually you start to get a sense of, like, a path. There's some stuff we need to progress, so, like, you need, the Power Glove, the Hammer, and the Moon Pearl to enter Dark World. There's no other way. Like, you need at least those three things, or you need the Titan's Mitts and the Moon Pearl. Titan's Mitts are the level 2 glove, so you need at least 2 of those things. At this point, I don't have either, or any of them, so, you know, we don't really have a way in. Some of the stuff I need a lamp. There's a lot of dark rooms in this game that I don't really know how to route through. I can do a few of them. I've definitely picked up some tricks. I know some glitches. But, like, I haven't learned a lot of them. So we're just going to activate that flute. And then we're going to check our map real quick. So, as I said, I need the 7 crystals. crystal, crystal, red crystal, and desert. Okay. So we're gonna do the escape sequence. In a standard run of the game, this would be your normal start. So if I do an ambrosia seed anytime soon, this is actually how you normally start the game. You go to your uncle, he gives you a sword, you rescue Princess Zelda from a cell and drop her off at the sanctuary. Another sword, that's not good. Another sword's always appreciated, but there is one scenario where right now I'm an item away from a different form of Dark World access. So if you don't get the myth or like the combination of Mitts and Hammer and Moon Pearl or some combination thereof, the other way is to go and fight the Dark Wizard Aghanim in the castle tower. And that's it's a long path and ends in a fight of complete RNG, where we even created a command for his favorite attack, the blue balls. So you might have noticed I'm not playing as Link. I am Plague Knight. The Rando community not only has a great bunch of people who know how to code logic, it also has some great sprite work artists who put a lot of great classic game characters and anime characters, or not just anime, cartoons, other stuff. So like, if there's somebody you want to play as, you probably can. I know there's Mario, there's Bowser, there's Pikachu. You can play as the Powerpuff Girls. You can play as the mouse icon, or Clippy. You can play as Homer Simpson. There are a ton of different sprites you can play as. I just found that I've liked playing as Plague Knight. So and not only do they have the unique sprite for this, they also have a unique bunny sprite. So the bunny sprite for Plague Knight is the Truple Fish. Okay, so next up, we've got the bow at this point. This is like some high-level stuff. Technically, we are playing an open mode seed, but under the hood of that, there are some additional options. One of those is the idea of item logic, and this is like a bit more complicated, but there's basic and there is advanced item logic. Hey, thanks for the auto host Olkesh. I guess Ambassador's thing was done. Lamp? Never mind. That kind of removes... Whoa, we got a third sword already. So there's this idea of basic versus advanced item logic. Traditional, like basic item logic versus advanced item logic. What happens is that the, and thank you, Dopey. Yep, Ambassadors is done. So the difference between these two logics is that in basic logic, you need a lamp to do any dark room. So like the Eastern Palace has 2 dark rooms in it. or 2 sets of dark rooms. So the game says you need to have a lamp to do it if you're in basic logic. Advanced logic throws that out the window and says if the room you're in has a torch spot. So like you know, that kind of thing, then technically, as long as you have Fire Rod, that room is in logic. So Eastern, the dark room leading to the boss area has one of those. And so when I had Fire Rod and Bow, my first thought was, okay, Eastern's in logic now, because I have the Fire Rod, so I can go into there and hit that room with that Fire Rod shot. So far, though, we've found 2 of the items in Eastern. Fortunately, the game is not going to be that nice to me. So yeah, basic versus advanced item logic. I don't know all the rooms that this applies to. Like, I don't think there's a lot of rooms that it works. But I do know that Eastern is one of the few... crap. Still down. Okay, it came back up. Good. Oof. Recording's still strong, so... Great. Now I'm gonna get all the auto hosts again. Sorry, everybody. So yeah, as I was saying, I don't know all the rooms it applies to, I just know that there are quite a few. And one of the ones I know is true is Eastern, because the first race I remember really doing in Rando was an advanced logic, Fire Rod and Eastern play, because the lamp was on. The lamp might have actually been on the Armos Knights. So, like, just to kind of show it, there it is. There's the lamp spot. So, but we're going to kill our first boss, the Armos Knights. Armos Knights are a pretty easy fight. I'm not too worried about health. Maybe I should be, because I'm playing garbage there. That's not good. Minor wastes of time, but still a waste of time. So the whole reason you need the bow is for those enemies, they're called like they're the Garayas, I think, or something like that. They are only vulnerable to bow. There's Eastern done. 1 crystal down. Okay, so we're kind of running out of options. Before we have to do Aga at this point. So I'm gonna do at least one more check. I've really got 2 checks at this point. We're gonna get the old man out of this dark cave here. What I'm really looking for is I want to be able to have... I'd prefer to find the Moon Pearl. I think, logically, the only way I'm getting into Dark World is through Aga. Like, there's just not enough checks unless I start finding very specific items. But, as a result, like, I kind of need to start planning for that. But if I can find the Moon Pearl before I go into Dark World, like, I don't think I'm... As I said, I don't think I'm finding a glove or 2 gloves, or a glove and a hammer or 2 gloves and the Moon Pearl. Like, that's 3 items I still need to get logical Dark World access. With, at this point, like, there's like 3 items left I can check, logically. So, I'm just trying to, like, make my life a little easier. So those are the 2 checks on Death Mountain. The only other check I've really got is Agnes Cave. There is one other, but at this point it would be really mean. And that would be Zora. But Zora costs 500 rupees, and as you can see, I am well below 500 rupees right now. So we're just gonna check Agina. That's the name of this cave here. Because that old guy right there is Agina. Say hello to Agina. And we're just gonna check his cave. So he just had 50 rupees. Okay, so this is pretty much confirmed definite Aga seed. The only item that Zora could have to make it not Aga is, like, if Zora had the glove and then the glove led me to the back of Escape, and the back of Escape had a few items, or Zora had Mirror, or the flippers. Like, there's a very, very specific set of, like, 4 items I'd need for this to work. And at this point, like, it just doesn't seem reasonable, so we're just gonna hedge our bets and go after the Aga play. So, Aghanim's Tower. I hate it. It's boring, it doesn't really help you much, it changes a lot of things in the Light World and the Dark World about how the game plays. Nothing like to make it that much harder, but like there's certain enemy types that start showing up, so like you notice how there's a lot of green guards and blue guards in the world. After defeating Aghanim, they get replaced with more red guards. The other thing is that defeating Aga, if you have the mirror and you were in Dark World, if you do a save and quit, it'll actually put you back into Dark World. So, like, that's annoying. But, like, there's a lot of little stuff that's just a pain to deal with when you have an Aghanim seed. But the reason people hate Aghanim the most is it is like a 5 or 6 minute trek. So, as you can see, I'm not going to get any items out of this. It's just, this is the only way to Dark World. So, it sucks. But people have made games out of the fact that I have to live this pain. So, at the end of Aghanim's Tower is Aghanim, and Aghanim has 2 attacks. He can either throw an energy ball, which you're supposed to sword back at him, or a blue ball. Blue balls are terrible. You can't do anything with them. We're not going to talk much about last night. I will in a bit, but it wasn't good. So yeah, Aghanim. He's got two attacks, the energy ball and the blue ball. There's a 50-50 between the two. It is RNG. He didn't fire a blue ball yet. So it's 50-50. Worst case, the worst case if I hit every energy ball back would be 15 blue balls. The best would obviously be 0. First shot is always an energy ball. So it goes energy ball, then 3 50-50s, then lightning, and then that sequence repeats. That's a blue ball. Blue balls are the ones that split into all the little ones. The ones I can hit back are energy balls. So 1 blue ball. That's a very good Aghanim fight for having to fight him. Okay, where is the Moon Pearl then? What did I not check? I know what I didn't check, I just don't know how I'm gonna check it. Oh no, I know how I can get the money for it. I haven't used this glitch before in a long time. And it's not really a glitch. So, back when this game came out, there was this secret room put in the game. Its purpose was to resolve an issue with, like, location. Where you have, like, vertical scrolling that screws up stuff. It's really technical. I don't really completely understand it myself. But like the game can't get your vertical position right, so you enter a hole and you end up in this room. It's called the Chris Houlihan room. But it's got 225 rupees in it. Still not enough for me to go do a Zora check, but I need the money to go buy Zora. And unfortunately, like, something important is on Zora. Crap. Like, something majorly important has to be... No, it doesn't, does it? What did I forget? No, I can get to Zora. I can. I think. Can I? I really am not sure at this point, and I'm kind of like flailing. We did the old man check, we grabbed Spectacle Rock. I can't do anything else on Death Mountain. I checked Agina. I don't have the book, so I can't get into Desert. We did all of Eastern Palace. Yeah, I can't actually check Zora. Did I pick up Shovel and forget it? No. What did I forget? Oh, shucks. I know what I forgot. I couldn't do the back of escape, but I could do the Dark Cross. I don't care. We're still gonna finish out this sequence break. That's a big time loss today. Okay, so since we have to go do this check and it's gonna take a bit, last night. So last night's mystery seed was a 7 crystal fast Ganon. Shoot. Killing Aga has made this a little harder. So what that means is I needed all 7 crystals, but Ganon was open without me climbing his tower. But we're gonna be in bad shape. No. Killing more enemies because I need money. Beginning of the siege was good. We found quite a bit. Unfortunately, the wheels came off pretty much soon after last night. We... we pretty quickly got 2 crystals, but then what had happened was we kind of just got lost. I made pretty much every check I could and didn't realize that the check I had to make was that because it's a mystery seed, one of the other things that changes is your ability to enter certain areas. So Ganon's Tower can also have new requirements. So in this case, Ganon's Tower went from being a 7 crystal entry to a 2 crystal entry. So a lot of progression was in Ganon's Tower. How does a hammer help me? What did I forget? I'm sorry this race is going so poorly. Did I miss-see something? Like... And thank you for the follow, Lucky Devil. I am not a lucky devil today, apparently. Now, if that really was a piece of heart. We did Ice Rod, we did Eastern, we did the back of Sahasrara. We don't have the mushroom. Don't have a bottle. Damn. Hammer gives me access to Magic Bat. There we go. There's that next step. Wow, this logical progression today has been bad from the start. This is gonna be Moon Pearl. It's the hook shot. Wow, even worse. I might not have needed to kill Aghanim. And it was just gonna be this huge progression of BS. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that I've worked this out, but wow. Wow! This is a special set of circumstances. We might have killed Aghanim for nothing at this rate. Like, there are 5 items here. I can go finish Tower of Hera. Boomerang, bug net, both kind of junk items. Part container, blue mail. Blue mail's nice, not necessary. This has so far been a health cave. A little bit of money, a little bit of more money. This is not a good paradox cave. No logical improvements here. So that tells me Tower of Hera's got to have something. But we untied at least the early knot here. The one thing we will check here at the top is we're going to see if there's anything on the floating island. Nope. We don't care about a single arrow. I've heard that that is the arrow of destiny. It is the one arrow that will kill Ganon, but it is not. It's not special. I promise. It's just an arrow like any other arrow. Okay, that's one item out of Tower of Hera that we don't care about. A little pack of bombs isn't going to really help me at this point. Okay, honestly, this seed really does hate me. There are a few ways that Tower of Hera can go, and one of them is that you have to do this room. Tile room is slow and bad, and it is a waste of your time. Why is it a waste of your time? Because I have to wait for these tiles to fly at my face. Just to get the big key. Ta-da! So, but I wanted to do a race today. Open mode seemed like the best choice. We're having a great time. So here's the plan though. After this, I'll be having some lunch. And then in the afternoon, we'll get back into some challenge stuff. Last night, I knocked out Yuka. So I'm up to 13? 12? I forget numbers. Making a challenge out of it. I can say that much. And we'll probably work on either a Hat in Time or Recore for the most part. And I don't know, but I might be joined by Joe. There's the Moon Pearl. Yay! So, but yeah, we'll do some more challenge stuff today. And then so, hopefully, you know, be great if it was a co-stream, but no pressure, Joe, if you don't want to today. The last light world check we're gonna make is Spiral Cave. I have to go through it really slowly because I don't have boots. But I just want to check it, just in case. Okay. So that confirms it was at least an Agaseed, because that's all the checks I can make before getting to Dark World. Oh, and Joe, how's Moonlighter going? Oh, so you're in the second dungeon. Which floor of the second dungeon? 2-2, okay. Love, red mail. Okay. Let's check the map. Skull, thieves, and ice. Trying to kill enemies to get money right now. Yes. But if you miss the sparkle, then it's really hard to notice that you missed the sparkle, so... Yeah, I'm not sure what triggers the special green glob ghost monster. I luckily have not died to one of those, but I've definitely... Does it kill you instantly if it touches you once? I don't think you can. I think the green glob monster is invincible. Because I've definitely attacked it and gotten it, like, the red X. What, the secret room? If the big green glob monster, you should just be able to go out the door. Like normal. Odd. Huh. Yeah, I never had that happen. Were there any basic enemies still in the room? Because usually the only thing that causes the doors to be closed is a basic enemy. Well, I'm not sure. I wish I had a better answer for you. But yeah, Big Green Goo Monster is invincible. I do know that much. I did hit him with my spear, and the red X came up, so that meant I couldn't hurt him, and I never saw him make a move that would have changed his hit status, kind of like the spike ball copter things. Like, at least those I've seen, I was able to pick out something that indicated that they were lower to the ground after dive bombing you. But with that thing, I don't think there is one. I think it's really just like a, kind of like, I know you didn't, I don't think you played it, but Spelunky, like if you stay on a floor too long, there's like a weird ghost that follows you to kill you as well. So... same principle, at least. So we can actually full clear the Palace of Darkness. So that's pretty much what we're gonna do. No reason not to. It's just gonna be slow because we don't have the boots and we don't have the mirror. But I've got the hammer and I've got the bow, so we might as well full clear it. Plus, it's a crystal. Crystals are better than pendants. Yeah, I must say that tree mini boss was annoying. It's funny because the first one I fought never did the seed launch attack. That's the thing, like, when I fought the first one, it never did a seed launch. All I ever saw was the tree branch, like, crush roll. And then the second one, its first attack it ever did was just the seed launch. And I was like, oh, it's got a completely different attack set. And then later in that same fight, it did the tree branch. And then I was like, oh, no, it does have these attacks. And then I ran into the first one again. And because, you know, you do floors many, many times along the way. And when I did a return path to that boss, or through the first floor boss, I found out it also does the seed launch. And actually, I take more damage during the seed launch because, like, I'm greedy. I know I am. Like, I hate having to wait forever, and like the better strategy against the seed launch attack is just hang back and wait to go and do like more attacks. But I'm always like, screw that, I'm gonna get in close and start walloping you, and then I take extra damage. So, but we yeah, I did I did less runs of probably floor or of Dungeon 2 than I did of Dungeon 1. Because what I did in Dungeon 1 was I would find the wave room and I would just do all 4 waves. So then when I'd get to the end, what would happen would be like, oh, the golem relic, and it would have a curse on it, which was duplicate. It would have the duplication spell on it, so I'd have it duplicate like the most dinky item, like, oh, whetstones. Those are easy to find, so I'd have it duplicate itself on 10 whetstones, and then I'd get 10 of those relics, and you can sell those for 1,000 or more. So like, really easy way to save up extra money. So like, I love doing the wave fight rooms, and I know it's RNG if you find them, but like if you're looking to get quick money to upgrade your shop, and not having to worry about selling like stuff that's only worth like a couple hundred, and instead sell stuff for like a couple thousand or more, that was the way to do it, because you got all the like really expensive relics in a cheaper manner. It might have taken me longer, but I was as well armed as possible. I had footwear, headwear, bodywear. I went with iron armor, iron boots, and the bandana. I wanted a little bit of extra speed, so that's why I went with the bandana. And then I did a spear. My alternate weapon was a bow. I never really used the bow, to be honest, but I had it. So yeah, and I enchanted my spear as much as possible. So that was like however many levels the potion witch would do. I was like, please enchant my weapon as much as possible. And that really did help. We did find the ice rod. We said that ice and Skull Woods were the blue and red pendant, and Thieves Town is the green pendant. We might do... We're gonna go to east, or the west side, for Dark Kakariko, but like, not a great situation, item-wise. The plant boss for the end of the second dungeon isn't terrible. I thought the plant boss was easier than the Golem King, but I don't know. That was my personal style. I don't know how you play to say, you know, if my style and yours match up. So. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's the thing, is I'm the same way. I had the sword and shield, and then I realized I never shield, and that's why I went with the spear. I think if I remembered to shield, that maybe I would like it more. Because the attack of the sword and shield is roughly the same as the spear. The only real difference between the two is that the spear has a little extra reach. So that's why I prefer it. And what I was saying was, like, in combat, I don't know if you... never tried it. I haven't actually crafted one. So no. Sorry. Definitely not. My guess was that it's big and slow. And that combination is never good. Because I feel like you have to be mobile to get away from the enemies. And I'm not as big on like a huge wind-up. So we're gonna check the 2 items in the Skull Woods. I'm hoping to make this a quick check. I don't want to have to do all of Skull to get the items. Yeah, I asked earlier, I think you were busy or had stepped away. Did you want to co-stream today? Or challenge stuff? I figured you were, so, you know, but I see. I mean, it's, you know, on the plus side, I'll be able to see what you're doing and can offer help if you so desire. I mean, I'll be doing probably Hat in Time or Recore, I think. Okay, so we got 1 item, we got the mushroom. Not bad, but it's an out-of-the-way check. Because it would require me to go visit the witch, and, like, that's just extra time. But yeah, I'm thinking Recore or Hat today. Those are the 2 that I kind of want to work on. Next, I didn't want to go to the back of Skull. I was really hoping I didn't have to make these checks, but logically, like, I don't have a ton of options available. Like, Dark Kakariko has 3 items, Thieves Town has 4. You know what, we'll do this first. There's the second item. Okay. And it's gonna take too long to die, isn't it? Spikes at least deal deep damage. So we got the mushroom. We've done the magic bat check. Okay, let's go do Thieves Town and Dark Kakariko. Hopefully we find something. We need a Cane of Samaria. We need Flippers, we need the Titans mitts. We need a mirror. Why did I not check off the hook shot? I definitely do have hook shot. And we've got 3 crystals at an hour in. That's not fast. I'm not going to say that that's a great progress, but it's not bad. So, but first we're going to check out Bumper Ledge. I doubt Bumper Ledge has anything. It's very rare. Yeah, it's just money. Money is not something I need to go get. So, yeah, I'll, after I finish this race, it'll probably, like, I'll definitely have some lunch. And then go from there. Might start a little early, like, probably before 3 today, but I don't know how early. It also kind of depends on when the, my package arrives from Best Buy. Because if it arrives reasonably decent hour, then there's a good chance I try to set stuff up for my streams. So we still don't really have anything super great. Like, I could check... Stumpy and the Dig game for 2 items. But I think at this point I really need to make the Thieves Town play. Because... without... okay. I can't get into Desert. I can't get into Swamp. The only thing left in Skullwoods is a pendant that I don't care about, and honestly at this point, if the pedestal's required for this seed, then I could easily probably do a mirror later to get it, unless the mirror's on the pedestal, but let's not consider that possibility. Then the, let's see. So we're doing Thieves. Ice, logically, we don't have access to because Ice requires the flippers. Mire we can't get into with without Titan's Mitts, and Turtle Rock we can't get into without Titan's Mitt. And actually, Ice we can't get into without Titan's Mitts either. So all the Titan's Mitts locations are locked. So the one thing I can say is the Titan Mitts are not on the pedestal. The only things that can be on the pedestal at this point... Boots could be, flippers can't, a medallion could be, if I needed one of them. Unfortunately, we don't know what medallions we need to finish the seed, so that's kind of a big mystery. Mirror could be on the pedestal as well. And I do need the mirror to gain access to Swamp Palace, which is a crystal. So, kind of just spitballing ideas here. I realize to a lot of you they're kind of meaningless, but I need to talk myself through some of these. Even, like, have a shot at thinking. I'm gonna say the one good thing, and this is not, like, this might sound insulting, and it's not meant insulting to anybody. Like, it's good that I can kind of spitball ideas in my head and not get assistance, because, like, nobody really knows the game that well yet. From watching the races, like, everybody's learning, but, like, I don't have to worry about, like, you know, any backseating, which is good. Like, you know, if you have questions, ask, because I can explain it, usually. But I don't have to worry about, like, somebody going, "You forgot this check!" Which is great, because if that happened, I would probably have to forfeit. And what could happen then is that I would have to disable chat in the future. And nobody wants that. Hey, it's the Titans Mitts in their vanilla dungeon. Where do we go next? That's the big question. I go to Meyer. Like, the two locations that make sense are Death Mountain and Meyer. But both of them present equally bad options and equally bad problems. I don't have a single medallion, so there's a good chance I can't get into either. And if I can't get into either of those dungeons, there's not much I can do. So it's kind of like a risk, like there's a risk to this play, like which one I go with could decide progress for a while. So first up, we're gonna do actually, we do have a different play. Titans Mitts gives me actually a couple of options. So first off, we're gonna go do the dig game. It only costs 90 rupees to play. It's some number between 1 and 30 digs for an item. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17 for a red rupee. Okay. Next, we're going to grab Jeremiah. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. So yes, Jeremiah here. Turns out he's actually not a bullfrog, but he's a blacksmith. But you know, when you get trapped in Dark World and you don't have a moon pearl like me, you turn into stuff. In this case, Jeremiah turns into a bullfrog. But before we do that, we're gonna visit Stumpy. Hey, Stumpy's got a sword. We've got all 4 swords. Luckily, when you do a save and quit with Jeremiah, he follows you. So we're going to return him, though, back to the blacksmith. Unfortunately, like, the quicker way to do this is to have the mirror and then just mirror back. But yeah, we don't have a mirror. So we gotta take the long road. That reminds me, I do have a couple of bottles, and we can check Sick Kid while we're here, because this is actually probably the best time to make this check. Like, it's gonna be a while before I do a deep dive into Kakariko again. Sick Kid gave me a shovel. I could check the Peg Cave, I could check the purple chest, but I think, what's the better choice? Dark Death Mountain or Mire? That changes things even a little bit more. Dark Death Mountain it is. I mean, I guess it really doesn't change much for me, because to do the book, the Ether Tablet check, I'd have to climb Light Death Mountain first, and then drop back down to Dark Death Mountain, and that just seems inefficient. There's more checks if I just go straight to Dark Death Mountain first. So first up, we have a Super Bunny Cave. I don't think I've ever explained why it's called Super Bunny. That was bad. Really bad. So this cave is called Super Bunny Cave. The reason why it's the Super Bunny Cave is because of the fact that, if you had to... There's Bunny State, which we've seen before, in this case, when Plague Knight becomes a Trufflefish. But there's this neat little coding error? I don't know what to call it. A glitch, a feature, where if you are a bunny and you fall through a hole, so for example, the hole I just fell in to get to this room, yes, the mirror, what happens is that you gain the ability not to use items, but you can open up chests. So one of the things that is actually required in some seeds is, especially in entrance randos, is you find Super Bunny Cave and have to drop into Super Bunny Cave to grab like a very important item. Unfortunately, we still don't have a single medallion. But we got the flippers. And we got the mirror. So that puts, you know what? I'm here, we're gonna check this. If I don't check it now, it's gonna haunt me later. Bombos, okay. But while we're up here, we're gonna check the Ether Tablet. And then we're gonna flute away. Hey Scruff, I missed the GIF, I'm sorry. I wasn't looking. But hope you're doing well today. Wait, are you not working today? I would have thought today was a work day. I don't remember your work schedule. I thought you did work some weekends, on weekend days. Yeah, hopefully sometime between now and when I actually start doing the stream for the challenge stuff. See, I usually say I have a good memory, and then this stuff like that happens, where I'm way off. Yeah, hopefully before stream later today, package arrives and we can set some stuff up. Maybe not everything, but a start. Right. That rings a bell. Can't you just grab the book off of it? No. The wave room has like this weird colored like green pillar. And when you grab and like it'll be like hold A to activate. So yeah, the book you can just grab. One of my favorite Link to the Past streamers did make a tutorial of how to do a really cool glitch here, but I am not going to attempt this glitch in the middle of a race. Instead, we are going to do that in the practice hack sometime. Well, we're well armored. We need at least Bombos now. Besides Bombos, though, got the book, so that gives me two. I've got plenty of ways to get into Desert Palace at this point. So after this, we'll go to Meyer and see what medallion we need for Meyer, and hopefully it's also Bombos, and we don't need to search Ice Palace at all. I know Ulkesh would be so disappointed. But Ice Palace is like the one location I don't want to go. I hate Ice Palace. Actually, Ross's favorite location too. I have no idea what's even in that room that opens from there. Still no boots. Boots could be necessary. There's definitely a situation where desert could require the boots. Kind of hoping that doesn't happen, but big key. Okay, the only thing we don't have is the map. So there is a chance that the big key chest has the map. But we're gonna play hoping that's the case. Apparently that wasn't the case. We got the map. So Argus has an item as well as the big key or the big chest. So we're gonna kill Argus. We hardly knew ye. Because we are well armed for an Argus kill. And then we're gonna re-enter Swamp to check the big chest. I did, but I'm saying that I don't want to go there. I am avoiding Ice Palace. You're not even subscribed. Because I don't have a subscribe button. I'm not that special. Dang, you're right. I do have one there. As they call it, subscribed. But then you'll miss the replays of all this great content where I get to suck at games. Thank you, Mandra Gannon. For the follow. I'm guessing you're linked to the... Oh, that's a nice little find. Okay, so we're gonna go... Let me check. Okay, we don't even have any of the red crystals. So it's like Pyramid Fairy's not the answer either. So we're gonna check Bombo's tablet, and then we're gonna go into Mire. It's a good... this is a good play. Like, this is a good progression of direction. At least I think it is. I think that's all 4 bottles. So we're gonna check what medallion we need for Mire. And then we'll go from there. Bombos. So it's a double Bombos seed. Cool. We're gonna check Checkerboard Cave, and then we're gonna do Desert. Yeah, because we have no medallions. Like, we are an hour and a half into this race, and I haven't found a single medallion. Like, what? Still no medallions. But let's go clear out Desert. Because doing Desert will also tell me the other item, how close we are to go mode at this point. If it's not boots locked, we just need Bombos to finish. If it is boots locked, then we need Bombos and boots. Or Bombos could be on the torch anyway. So, you know, there's a couple of options for how much this game hates me. Okay, first up, the torch. A map. So if this dungeon does not have progression, then we might go to the worst place in the world. That's one item. This will be the big key. Ice Palace. Don't you know, I hate Ice Palace. It's my least favorite dungeon. I hate anything to do with ice floors. I can't stand them. Last night was a boss shuffle mystery seed, or it was a mystery seed that had my mystery had boss shuffle on it, and okay, so desert's not the answer. It was a rough seed, but the worst part was Ganon's Tower. The three refights can also be shuffled. And I drop in to fight what is traditionally Armos on ice. And I don't like the fight, but I can handle it. It's just annoying. Last night, my Ice Armos became an Ice Trinex. And Trinex on ice is a nightmare, and I was already having a tough time with Trinex last night. I died to a vanilla Trinex in Turtle Rock earlier, and to have to fight him on ice just wasn't going to happen. I was pissed. And there was progression in Ganon's Tower. The flute and the bow were both in Ganon's Tower, and I needed them. So it was unfortunate. That's how you're supposed to do a Landmo kill. That was a good Landmo. Fire Rod absolutely wrecks Landmolus. Okay. Well, the thing is like, obviously this is not a traditional Link to the Past. So this is a Link to the Past randomizer seed. And actually, there is a way you can do something similar even in the base vanilla game. If you have Ice Rod, Ice Rod will have a similar effect. 2 Ice Rod shots will also kill Land Molus. So, a single Silver Arrow will kill one. There's a lot of little cool things like that. Okay. Before we enter Ice Palace, we're going to check the 2 things that we can. To avoid Ice Palace. Yeah, unfortunately I can't show some of the other fun. Oh wait, I can do some of the fun. When I find Bombos, Vitreous in Misery Mire gets absolutely shredded by Silver Arrows. Really, really funny how weak he is to Silver Arrows. Like, each single eye takes a single Silver Arrow, and even Vitreous himself dies in 2. Oops, I was gonna check the island. Okay, just a heart piece. So yeah, this is an open seed race. Very vanilla settings for randomizing. But we're gonna go clear Ice Palace. Still haven't found the boots. Like, that's one that just kills me. It's like, you would think at an hour and a half. I mean, no medallions and no boots. The trick I really need to learn is Icebreaker, because Icebreaker would really make this dungeon better. I hate this dungeon. It's long, it's annoying, it's just the worst. There's a lot of cool tricks to this dungeon, but it's just the absolute worst dungeon. I know how to do an Ice Palace bomb jump, but I'd rather save the time and just do it this way and hopefully not need to worry about it. I've got the Cane of Samaria, so... Thanks, Gruff. I know. You have to always do that one. It's appropriate. It always is. You know, it's always necessary. Like, this is why I hate ice. Ice floors are terrible. Please, just give me Bombos. Spare me. Actually, there is a version of this dungeon that I like in Rando. It's the version where I don't have to do it, but if I had to do it, Holiday. There was the festive mode this past Christmas, and for festive mode they put in an additional item called the snow boots, because what happened was that we didn't need flippers in that mode, and instead you had snowshoes. So any of the ice, you could just walk over without needing to worry about weird traversal. So that was okay. That was an okay way to do ice. But any other time, no. But at this rate, ice is coming up blank. Luckily, I have... Yeah. We'll kill Cold Stare, but I think all that's left is... Actually, I can't even kill Cold Stare right now. I don't have the magic. We're out of here. First up, we're gonna hit the potion place, drop off the mushroom, and buy a couple of blue potions, just because without half magic, magic's a little short supply. There's a couple of Dark World checks I can make. We're gonna make those. We don't have a lot of options, to be honest, though. There's one that I just realized I didn't ever make, and it was just because I never had a way to get there. But it's definitely one of those things you would do, like, the beginning of every seed. Back of Escape is usually, like, a pretty decent location, because it's got 3 chests in it. I just haven't had the way to get there. Because you need a glove or a key, and I didn't have either until I already had tons more options in the feed. So we're gonna check Graveyard Ledge first, then we'll do the Back of Escape. Nope, wasn't Graveyard. really the worst case right now option is pedestal. It can't get worse than that. Because that would mean that I'd have to go to Skull Woods and finish Skull Woods, and I'd also have to go back to Ice Palace and finish Ice Palace. But we don't have to. There we go. We're in go mode. Only took forever. Took me an hour 45 to get to go mode today. Bad seed. Terrible seed. So we're gonna clear Turtle Rock and Mire. Well, we're gonna do Mire first, then we're gonna go clear Turtle Rock, and then we can go kind of minimizes some of our routing that we have to do. One less climb up Death Mountain. So we're hoping for the God Mire. God Mire requires me to get a small key, or really, it only requires me to find the big key quickly. Because there's ways to get around having the extra small key. Not really what I wanted, but okay. Nope, not a God Mire. But I'm hoping that it's not a very, very slow mire. So let's try for the next quickest check. Nope. Try again. I just don't want it to be cutscene chest. Let's be honest. Nobody likes the cutscene chest. Darn. Could have been a little quicker there if I didn't mess up that shot. Mire big key. Not there. I know where it is. Just it's annoying. And now I have to take a little bit of a different route to get to the back. We don't use this door frequently, because it's not really required in most paths through this dungeon, but if you're short a small key, then it's actually a very quick way to get to back. Because this warp puts you right here. So we need Arcane of Samaria. Just gonna get that full magic refill. I don't really need magic. I believe I've got cape as well. I missed the drop. Little stuff today. Lots of little errors, to be honest, and I'm not really happy about them. Like, that's the hard part, is like, I know I'm matched up with people more my skill level, but I feel like, you know, even then I'm making big mistakes that cause me to fall farther in this ladder. Ugh. Well, I can't fall much farther, I guess. What did I say? I'm second to last? Ranking wise, so. Okay, silver arrows on Vitreous. And there goes Vitreous. Mountain, here we come. So there's one last troll possible in this race. And it's one I'm not, like, I'm really hoping against. It could be the Ganon's Tower Big Key on the torch. It's 1 in 22 shot that it's there, and if it's there, oh boy. Not a good location for it, because then I need the boots. And the seed's already done everything else to me, so why not? We had an Aghanim seed with terrible locations for the items to get out of, to get into Dark World. So Unfortunately, that location for Bombos really did not help. So we need the big key and at least 3 small keys to finish this dungeon. At least. Oh. We might be entering Ganon's Tower in about 2 hours into the race. Might. Depends on how Turtle Rock goes. Ether. That's funny. At least Trinex won't be too difficult with my current loadout. There's the big key. That's good. We found 2 smalls. Still need at least 1 more small. And the one I'm gonna steal doesn't count. Oh. Missed on that powder throw. Fire rod for this next round. Then we need bombs. Running into a similar magic situation that I had last night in my race. Still need a small key. They have a little bit of magic. We're gonna do that with another shot. Okay, so we're gonna have to do at least some of Laser Bridge, unfortunately. like that, but it's mandatory. There we go. Came back out. Ice rod. Should have pulled the fire rod out. Darn. Ooh. Oh, we found Ether. And we found Quake. The other two medallions were both in Turtle Rock. That's just beautiful. Oh, terrible, terrible medallions today. It stinks, like, that Bombos medallion wasn't bad. And it was just because of how the glove shook out. Like, that's definitely a location I go to early in all my normal play. What? You back up. Get away from me. Like, back of escape is like, that's such early check. Like, you do that check always before you ever go to Dark World. And unfortunately, like, the first glove was in Hype Cave. And then the second glove was Thieves Town. Like, that's a situation you don't usually have to deal with. So, back of escape kind of just was like, eh. Hey, we got the boots! Two hours in and we got boots. That's just lovely. It does make routing Ganon's Tower a little bit easier. I'll say that much. So I'm being a jerk about it, but it's actually a good thing. Like, this does make this dungeon easier. Oh, the stun prize was a full magic. Okay. I should have checked that earlier. Come on. I swear there was a spot you were supposed to be able to hit there, but I'm flustered. Flustered. I know to hit that switch. Okay, let's see if I can pull it off today. Nope! 3 straight times I have missed that bonk over the fire snake. Like, really? Getting pissed off about that one. Like, I've got 17 hearts. Like, really? That's more than I would need for this kind of thing. That, go through the portal. Come on. But on the plus side, we can do this bonk. No, we can't, apparently. Because we're just gonna fall off the edge. Bad. Just horrendous. Like a fork in me at this point. Like, come on. Yeah, pretty much. Isn't that the case? I am a potato. With potato aim. I'm glad that my potatoing can be helpful. I'm pretty sure that I'll probably have lost this race at this point. Like, I'm just gonna try to do the gauntlet rooms without Bombos, because I could use practice. Plus, magic is expensive without half magic. I need to start working on these portions without that in my bag of tricks. But I will powder in the next room to refill my health. And we'll try to silver arrow these, even though cycles are going to be all messed up. Bad. I mean, honestly, I might as well just sword them because it's 2 sword strikes. I'm just curious, like, how much better it was impossible to route this seed. Like, the big element that could have saved me a ton of time was bombos for sure, but like, a bunch of little things. That's real talent there. And again, who misses today? Really, the potato is just superb. Like, oh my god, my best showing of potato aim. Can't throw a bomb, can't shoot an arrow. My Samaria block placement's been off. Don't know why I almost grabbed that. Radical sputter. Yeah, I know. I just need to actually practice this game. Like, I downloaded the practice hack, I can do so. I just haven't gone and done it. And part of it is like I didn't mind the fact that my practice was doing the races. And now it's like the mistakes are just too annoying that I'm like, if I don't actually practice, I'm not getting good enough. Hang it, ladder. You got me hooked now. Stop teleporting. There's the kill. There, done. Hey, I won! Woo! I have finished and has beaten my opponent with I have a time of 2:16:02. Okay, let's see. So, okay, let's let the credits go. We'll see how bad that collection rate was. Because we collected a ton. I would say probably close to a 170 or a 180. My opponent just finished. I won by a minute and a half. Wow. Really close. Yeah, apparently. So he did the same. He did Aga before Dark Cross to get the hammer. So So, but apparently their big error that they're saying kind of shifted the race because a minute and a half's not a lot of time. Unfortunately, like the thing that saved me today is just like, know, I think my opponent and I are probably roughly of equal skill level. And maybe I have a little bit more skill, and I just lucked out that my routing did not absolutely destroy me, and they had made similar routing decisions to me. Yep. A lot of our decisions were the same. Um, so, me getting lost, though, and doing the Zora check definitely lost me some time, but they went into pod and tried to go to the back of pod to kill Helmasaur King without the big key, and you kind of need it. So, so he didn't find the boots. Turns out. Yeah, that was Hope Room and GT. 172 out of 216. Oh, yeah. He's wondering if that might have saved him enough time to. But I always check that right side Hope Room for to see what it's got, and then I go full left. So that could have saved me actually a bunch of time. So, but hey, a win's a win, right? That's what matters. Oh wait, sorry. The right answer is what matters is having fun. It doesn't matter if you win or you lose. It just matters if you're enjoying yourself. So, no, it was pretty cool. Um, okay, so we're gonna cut the recording though here, and the stream. I'm gonna have some lunch because it is now 1:30, and food is a good idea. So, gonna have some food. Then I'll be back a little later with head-to-head challenge stuff. I believe Joe will be joining me, so we'll be co-streaming our head-to-head. Um, and I think Joe's still working on Moonlighter, and I'll be either doing um, Recore or Hat in Time. Those are the two that I'm kind of leaning towards at this point. You know what? Let's end the recording first, and then we'll just go take a look.